All right, guys. So, it's Sunday morning, June 28th, and I was feeding and cleaning the frogs this morning, and just I had this text message and this story from somebody that was asking us for help yesterday, and it really the issue bothered me enough that I couldn't stop thinking about it, and then decided to make a video on it today because it's a scary topic, a very scary topic, and I think we all take it for granted. And I just want to share this with you guys. I'm not going to give you the name of the individual, and I am not going to tell you the company that they bought the frog from. So don't ask me, don't PM me. I'm not going to give it. It's not going to happen. But I wanted to raise awareness. So this individual purchased a frog from somebody, and basically they got the frog, beginning of the year, and it did okay at the beginning, and then all of a sudden really went downhill, and it did end up dying. Unfortunately, it's not a great end to the story, but they took it to the vet because I told them, the frog did not come from us. I don't even know the individuals that they came from personally, but it was a pack man and they wanted help, and that's I have no problem helping people need help. So they took it to the vet. The vet wanted to test it for chytrid and ranavirus, which a lot of vets are going to want to do, and it's probably a very good practice. And it came back positive for both. And that's probably the biggest nightmare that any amphibian breeder wants to see on a sheet of paper. Um, and so I did a little digging into this company and it didn't take a lot of digging to be honest with you. They were selling amphibians that were captive bred and wild caught. So what does this tell me? This tells you their biosecurity isn't worth a damn. Pardon my language. So that's exactly where it came from. This person does not own any other frogs. This was the only Pac-Man they had for their son. It was a one amphibian household. So I have zero idea how this person would bring it into their collection of one. Um, so it would have had to have been a carrier of this for a couple months until finally it ended up succumbing to it and the symptoms started showing. So it had to have been a mix of wild caught and captive bred. Now that being said, guys, anybody who's followed us for a long time now knows I used to be really big into wild caught. I loved the different frogs that we were able to get and supply to you guys, and man, it was like Christmas every time I opened that box. It was really fun. The different species, the new species, you'd see stuff before anybody else got it sometimes, or species you haven't seen in years, and it was really fun. But you know what? It was Russian roulette. It was playing with fire, and I realized that. So you'll see, I don't deal in any wild caught anymore. I have one species down there that's wild caught because I really enjoy it, and it's very far away from everything else, and the biosecurity is very tight on that. So um, it's just not something that as a company, I decided for the company. This is well over a year ago. We're not doing any more wild caught, and I try very tough to not do any wild caught unless it's a species that's wild caught Pac-Man came in tomorrow. Well, we'd have to set up stuff, and that's what I did personally for over a decade. I ran a quarantine at an AZA facility for all kinds of animals, everything from large hoof stock to drafts, and all the way down to hellbenders. So um, we're totally set up if we have to. But the moral of the story is be very careful. Not only what you're buying. Somebody can say, "Oh, it's captive bred." Well, just because obviously in this example, just because it's captive bred doesn't mean that it didn't come from somewhere that's tainted with other viruses and diseases. And there is no cure for ranavirus, guys. There's none. and it could spread like wildfire. You can get through all the rest of your frogs, the rest of your amphibians. So be careful. Ask questions. Be educated. If you're going and seeing frogs on tables where they have 50 million other things that are mixing wild caught in the cups, I mean, walk away, guys. I don't care if it's a $10 Pac-Man. Walk away. Like, you're setting yourself up for an absolute disaster. Um, all of our tree frogs come from one of two sources here, or we work very closely with Josh's Frogs, which is probably the best in the country, if not one of the best in the worlds. The worlds, yeah, wow, worlds. You can tell I haven't had enough coffee yet this morning. The world for biosecurity and tree frogs and captive breeding, and that's it, man. Be careful. So, you know, like I said, I'm not telling anybody where this frog came from, or this gentleman, or well, they texted me. I don't know if it's a gentleman or a lady. I don't know. Um, where they got it from, their name. They're gonna be remaining anonymous. But I wanted to share this with you that this stuff does happen, guys. It does happen, and you know what? Use common sense. Honestly, if you're getting an adult red-eyed tree frog for $35, odds are it's wild caught. Don't listen to them. They're probably lying to you because they want your money. So be careful, because the name of the game for a lot of wholesalers that deal with wild caught is to flip it quick because it has an expiration date, a much shorter expiration date than the captive bred does. And a lot of that stuff people want to say. I'm sure people are going to dislike this video for it, but you know what? It's the absolute truth. If they're not treating it for anything, the expiration date's short. So um, take this story, learn from it, be be educated on Kitrid and Rana. There's tons of information out there, and you know, be careful. And that's basically what I wanted to make this pretty short video about today, and share this experience that somebody else had. Again, it was not from me. The Pac-Man did not come from directly from any other Pac-Man breeder. This was a company that has mixed everything, a lot of different species, but a lot of different wild caught frogs and amphibians as well. So I believe that is right there lies the problem. If we had to dig a little bit further, that's probably it. So, guys, be careful. Heed, the advice. I try to, if I see stuff, I want to share stuff with you guys, and whether it's good information on a substrate or, a horror story, which is absolutely everybody's nightmare. So that's what this channel is here for. Please subscribe down below. It really helps me know you guys are watching. You enjoy the information coming out of here. And, we want to make more videos for you guys. I want to make sure everybody's enjoying it and watching it. So, you guys take care. Be safe out there. I know a lot of states are opening up. We just did a show yesterday. It was phenomenal. Thanks for everybody who came. It was a crazy show. And we started doing the What You See Is What You Get page, which has been ridiculously successful, guys. Thank you. You obviously really like picking out your frogs, and I'm going to keep up with that as long as you guys are enjoying it. So, again, have a great morning. Have a great week. Talk to you soon. Remember to like it and hit subscribe.